it's going to make the Street Profits a joke if they get spilled milk anytime soon in the future. I'm waiting for that.
And then they're probably going to
I don't know if that's going to make them turn heel.
Yeah, that's probably going to make them turn heel. But I would want the Street Profits to
It's going to take a spilled milk.
Yeah, but I want them to bring the Hurt Business back first before they turn the Street Profits heel.
Yeah.
Like,
if the Hurt Business is coming back, you need to refresh new recruits.
absolutely.
You can't have back the old crew because then it's not going to wing anything to it. So if you're going to do a Hurt Business, start over again with new faces.
Yeah.
Don't bring back the old crew because then they're gonna get lost in the shuffle again. You know.
Like, add Omos, now that he's getting managed by MVP, add Omos, add Street Profits.
You have an enforcer. Yeah.
And you could probably add
You have the Street Profits as a tag team. Street Profits as a tag team. Omos as your enforcer. And the female heel of a mouthpiece and talent, Bianca Belair. Right there.
Love it.
You have a Hurt Business.
Love it.
Very heel it. You know.
I love it. Love the idea.
Because you have MVP as this mouthpiece and Bianca Belair as the second right-hand mouthpiece and talent right there. And that can put the Judgment Day out of commission.
Yeah.
Because the Judgment Day has too much mommy on it.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley. Yeah, but of course add Bobby Lashley. You don't need Cedric Alexander and MVP.
No, you don't need Benjamin and Cedric. They need to go on their own ways and become mid-cards.
They're not going to be...
Because the tag team is not working.
They're not going to be mid-carders. They're going to be jobbers. Something Benjamin
and if
already
I
had...
like, you know what? Here's the thing, Miguel. If you don't have anything for Cedric and Benjamin, might as well release them. Because I feel like you don't have anything for them.
At the same time, bro, but you need jobbers. Like, you have to keep jobbers.
Yeah. But if you're going to make them jobbers, you got to make them look important, almost like the way Dolph Ziggler's doing. Because every time when Dolph Ziggler becomes an enhancement talent, no matter what, he's over, win or lose, because he's trying to put somebody over.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you know what? They're not paying attention to Theory right now. I mean, he had his match with John Cena, a former U.S. champion at WrestleMania, wins that. He had this feud with Sheamus, a former United States. Now I'm hearing you hire back Carlito, a former U.S. champion, and a guy that beat John Cena. I need him to start a feud with Austin Theory. I want Theory to go against former U.S. champions that beat John Cena. AJ Styles should be one of them because he was a U.S. belt and he beat John Cena. They need to put Theory over those former United States championships. And I hope, and if you hire Carlito, I hope you hire him for that reason.
Not a bad idea. That will definitely elevate Austin Theory's status as a great U.S. champion. So I agree with you 100%. I would want to see Carlito put over Austin Theory. Yeah.
Yeah, because a former U.S. champion and he beat John Cena. There you go. They let them have a feud there.
Now,
and AJ Styles beat John Cena and a former U.S. champion. So you need these former U.S. champions to put him over, and you can probably say Theory, Legend Killer 2.0, something like that.
Yeah,
but not saying 2.0, but in a very similarity heel, you know. You got to build them that way. I mean, if you are invested in Austin Theory, you got to give him these former United States guy, you know.
Yeah, and who else should be on the list?
Because he had the few, you know, he had a main event against Benjamin, a former United States champion. But it didn't work, so they jobber Benjamin on him.
Yes,
they didn't have a feud, like a storyline, both of those guys.
Shit.
They just jobber Benjamin.
Yeah, they did.
You know.
And who else? Well, if Daniel Bryan wasn't in AEW, I would have said Austin Theory should feud with Daniel Bryan, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, you would have put him over.
Yeah.
You would have put him over.
Who else should he feud?
Sorry that The Miz is no longer, how do you call it? Too bad The Miz is not a SmackDown guy. Because, well, anyway, Babyface does not go to Miz. I'm sorry. I'd rather not put Theory with The Miz. You know, he just sucks at the. Miz sucks.
Yeah,
and when it comes to Miz, he does very good when he fights Nakamura and all these guys, and then the stupid idiot fans and the smart marks, they boo at him. People don't pay attention to the Miz. The Miz is good. He's a good heel. He's a good mouthpiece. He's everything. But the problem is, WWE puts him as a joke to give him McAfee, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Shane McMahon, and that fucks the Miz up, you know?
Yeah. Well,
people pay attention to the Miz.
Well, I probably would agree with you about the Shane, but I know you're the only reason why you're saying that is because you don't like celebrities fighting, so I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. So I'm gonna disagree.
And speaking of celebrities, here's the thing. Okay, remember I disagree with McAfee and Snoop Doggy Dogg, you know, how do you call it, taking on the Miz? That took away a match.
Wait.
That took away a match. You know that. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal should have been there. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Miz was hosting. He was not fighting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of celebrities, we got Logan Paul now in Money in the Bank. I know you have a lot to say about that.
I definitely disagree with that. I mean, I don't mind. Yeah.
He didn't compete. Hey, how you doing, Brian? Hey, what's going on? How are you, man?
Yeah.
We're here talking about our disagreements about Logan Paul getting Money in the Bank.
Well, I never said I agreed with him at all. I don't agree with that. Him being in the Money in the Bank, I definitely disagree with it. He should have never been. He should have never got a free spot. And I'm pretty sure all those wrestlers backstage are pissed off because they didn't get that spot.
Yeah, because how do you feel that you put in somebody and then everybody competed? So it doesn't look like a real fair game for the people that had to compete, and then Logan gets handled in.
And
gets handed.
Logan better not win any WWE champions anytime soon. That better not happen.
Here's the thing that, you know, Miguel, I'm very worried about one thing about Money in the Bank. This is a Vince McMahon decision.
Oh yeah.
He decided to have Logan there because, you know, it's profitable, you know, it's marketed. And second of all, in the women's division, it was his idea to put Trish there. So what would happen if Logan and Trish win Money in the Bank?
Well, the difference
These are old Vince McMahon people.
Oh,
How, as a fan, you're going to feel about that?
Well, I wouldn't want Trish Stratus to win, but but at least Trish Stratus competed in the ring on Raw to earn her spot in the Money in the Bank. Logan Paul didn't do that, so fuck Logan Paul.
Yeah. But then Trish is more like, you know, winning in a fuckery, because honestly, you know, Trish is still my nostalgic act. I don't give a damn what she thinks or says, you know. Mm-hmm. But when I've been seeing Trish perform, man, it's like I see exhaustion on her, that she can't hang in the ring for another 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in the Attitude Era anymore, you know.
No.
But honestly, Vince McMahon, that's her girl that he ended up pumping in front of his own ex-wife, dude, so Trish is a Vince McMahon pick, you know.
Yeah, but I wonder how her and Vince get along. Because even though that, I'm pretty sure making her bark like a dog, I'm pretty sure she had feelings about that. And I wonder how her relationship is like with Vince.
Well, Becky Lynch got her on the woof woof situation, you know.
Yeah, well,
so that was the only funny.
Becky Lynch,
that was the only funny thing that Becky said, dude. That was the only funny thing she said. The woof woof storyline, you know.
Yeah, and Becky Lynch and all these girls today are lucky that they didn't have to go through that. They didn't have to go through.
Yeah. The only people that I do pick for Money in the Bank, I don't mind LA Knight, but my second guy would have to be Damian Priest, because I feel with Damian Priest and the Judgment Day, a seed is being planted, you know. So I remember when Finn told Damian, if you win Money in the Bank and then why you been world champion, are you gonna cash it in against me? So there's a seed on that feud that can be built, and I am in favor of Damian Priest to leave Judgment Day.
And then JD
McDonough is going to be his
replacement.
Oh yeah, because you know they have a history and they go back. So for Judgment Day, it's gonna be worth sacrificing that. You know. Hey, you took out Edge, you're gonna take out Damian. And Damian, I say he can do good as a heel and babyface. And I like him doing English/Spanish promos. So he's doing a Tito Santana syndrome, pulling, you know, English promos and Spanish promos. So I think he's getting his little babyface run little by little. But they gotta be very careful how they build him, you know.
Yeah. And Dominic is still not.
I don't mind Damian winning.
Yeah, and Dominic is still getting booed as hell by the fans. It's funny.
That is hilarious. I'll tell you that. That entertains me when he can't talk over the boos, you know? Which I think that puts him over, dude.
It did put him over.
Because he can't talk over the boos.
That whole Rey Mysterio feud really put him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
And then getting slapped with a belt on his neck.
Yeah, that was funny. At WrestleMania 35, Brian was there. And weren't you there on night 2 when that happened, or did you go to both nights?
Yeah. No, I only personally went on night 1, and then at night 2 I just watched it at home. That's why you saw me chanting the Seth freaking Rollins chant, you know?
Yeah. I'll never forget my WrestleMania experience.
No, here's the question. Well, here's a question, Miguel, and here's a question, Brian. Should Seth Rollins be doing open challenges on his world champion, or WWE should be very careful of putting him over, not to be defending the belt weekly, because that kind of like either tires him, or, you know, or again and put him over might fade him. What do you think?
No, it's a good thing. Because he's only defending the title on one night a week when he's on Raw. No, it's fine. That's the way it should. That's the way it should be. He should be defending that title weekly because he's only on Monday Night Raw on Mondays. That's it. Now, if he's doing it consistently, where like he defended the title on Monday and Tuesday, I think that's kind of overboard.
Yeah, that's the part we're getting to.
Yeah.
When it's overboard, you know.
Right. But if he defends it just on Mondays, I think it's fine. But when you defend it more than that, then yeah, I think it's overboard, and I think it's too much. But
yeah, because here's the question too. But a lot of people really didn't complain about it, but he was very over. Or was it just different in his era?
Well, again, it was different in that era because you had different situations and moment in time, and plus back then everybody was more in tune to that era, like myself, and so it wasn't that talked about that much. I don't think Bret Hart really defended it every single day. I think it was just that one particular week. But again, with that was a whole different era, and it's really hard to compare both eras from then until now. But with Seth Rollins, I think they need to be very careful. I love the fact he's defending the title every Monday. I think it's a good thing. I think it gives every wrestler an opportunity to get a title shot who wants to step up. Does that mean they're going to win? No. But it gives them an experienced chance to know that, hey, now I need to work on what I got to work on to get where I want to go. So it's a good thing that Seth Rollins is defending that title on Mondays. I'm okay with it. But more than that, that's a problem. I think they're overworking him.
Yeah, there you go.
That doesn't happen again.
And I hope that
because that goes back.
I hope that Finn Balor does not beat. I hope that Finn Balor does not beat Seth Rollins for the title. I don't want him to beat Seth Rollins for the title.
I don't think so. But they are going to have a good fight. I think definitely Finn will put up a fight.
And do you guys think that Braun Breaker getting pinned 1, 2, 3? You think that kind of hurt him a bit?
No,
it was just a fuckery. So if it's like a fuckery, victory and defeat, nothing's gonna happen because there's no storyline there.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not gonna hurt him.
I mean, they're gonna pause it, and then maybe by the time he gets to main roster, then he can plant the seeds with him when that time is right. Because right now they have to be very careful building Braun Breaker. Right now, they got to be very careful with him.
And that's their future that's their future star. I feel like that's their future main star. That's their future main star, of course.
I mean, if they are invested in him, yeah, they have to be very careful how you're building him, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, this is one of the reasons why I'm so against Tony Khan, that you're wearing off Orange Cassidy, having him defend it weekly, and you're almost exhausting this guy. I mean, I know he's your favorite guy, he's your boy, but fuck, man, you're wearing Orange Cassidy out, you know?
He is. He definitely is.
You know, I thought he was going to lose against Isaiah Swore that day, you know, or on Double or Nothing, but he's still overcoming the odds, you know?
Yep.
Thank God he was fighting in a tag team match this week. Because I think he's probably hearing that, hey, man, you're wearing Cassidy out, you know?
I haven't been watching AEW in a while.
Well, I didn't watch Collision, so I really can't tell you. I was with Mr. Kennedy today, so Kennedy was fun, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It overwhelmed him. I very got surprised. I haven't seen this kind of a crowd for a very long time, you know? He had his crowd, you know? A lot of TWA guys showed up there today.
How was Roderick Strong on Father's Day?
It wasn't that big like I thought it would. Because I don't know if Father's Day must have hurt it, you know? But,
It did.
you know,
Of course, yeah.
It did.
So, some people did make the effort of showing up. Now, another thing, Jimmy told me that it got crowded on the last meet and greet on Friday when that television champion guy from UK, what's his name, Zach something?
Zach
What's his name? I
Sabre
really
Jr.
Yeah, and then they say he had a steady line, and they say fans from Washington and Pittsburgh went to go see him for a meet and greet and some matches that he was assigned.
Wow.
I told JWO that's a good thing because now you're going to get to be known globally if the word spreads out, you know?
That's right.
But then they told me that Zach is not very big on meet and greets, you know, so this is almost considered like his first or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't available. I told him, and on Friday, I have a hard time doing meet and greets, so
Yeah.
I'm going to miss that one. But the thing is about Roderick Strong, he was charging about $90, so I only went for a simple combo, like $60. So I look at it, it's like, okay, I like him, but I don't think I'm going to invest my money on somebody that new, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So I only did a combo on him.
Okay.
Now, my question for you, Brian, was it worth it to pay how much money you pay to go see Johnny Gargano?
Yeah, because I only got his autograph, so I mean,
Because they told me. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean I enjoyed it. You know, it's Johnny wrestling. You know, he was great at NXT, and yeah, I mean it was fine. It was
They
fine.
say they were lucky they got him because first when he went to the meet and greet to JWO, they say the next day Paul Levesque signed him in. So Jimmy got lucky getting him at that time, you know.
Well, and we also got his wife, so that was a good thing. So it was good.
Well, and I'm going to say about this is something I discussed with Miguel. I say that Paul Levesque has kind of shot himself in the foot of reinstating his guys because Vince McMahon is treating them like shit, man.
Some people.
And it's not.
There's some people that he hasn't given, that Vince hasn't given a chance yet.
Yeah. And if these guys that he rehires going to release them, I think it's going to have to be a good thing because they're going to have to go somewhere else and get over, you know.
Well,
I mean, look at Karrion Kross.
Hit Row was a big mistake.
Well, he's only in main event matches. Something that I don't watch, but they say he was performing on main event, you know.
Really? Wow. Well, he's not getting over.
Yeah.
They're giving him a chance. He's not getting over with the audience. Hit Row tried to get over with the audience. Remember that shitty rap song they tried to sing on SmackDown? That was off beat?
Yeah.
That didn't get over. So yeah. What else happened? And Johnny Gargano came back, put him in a whole storyline with The Miz, didn't get over.
Neither Tommaso Ciampa. You even reunited him with his girlfriend Indy, and where the hell are they now?
Wait, Tommaso
Ciampa?
You mean Dexter Lumis?
Well, Yeah, Dexter Lumis, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is he? There you go.
They haven't even gave that faction a chance to get over on the main roster. Yeah, I got over in NXT, but you got to get it over in the main roster. Like, they haven't given that faction a chance yet.
Well, you brought Tommaso Ciampa back, and I thought they were going to reunite with Gargano, but no, you just go out there and take out The Miz. For what? It's like, really? What plans do you have for these guys, man? Really? I mean...
Ciampa and Seth Rollins feud for the WWE title, but would I pick Ciampa to take the belt off Rollins? No.
No, but they are going to have a good feud. Because, you know, Tommaso Ciampa was good in NXT Gold.
But they better turn Ciampa heel. I don't really like him as a babyface.
Oh, no, he sucks as a babyface. You got to keep him as an argument debatable heel.
Yeah.
That what makes Ciampa look good.
Yeah, when he was feuding with Adam Cole in NXT, wasn't really into it because he's a babyface. That's not Adam Cole's. That's not in Tommaso Ciampa's DNA. Him being a babyface.
Yeah. It's almost you can tell which talents are meant for heels and baby faces, you know.
Yeah. I'll never see Rick Rude or Vader as a baby-face, you know?
You can't picture those guys in baby-face. Hell no.
Remember when Vader was a baby-face in around 98-ish? When he was when he was feuding with Kane?
Yeah. Yeah, and he had that feud with Goldust, and look, Goldust destroyed him.
By
putting alcohol all over him.
Yeah, that made Vader a joke.
Yeah. So you can't put these kind of talents that are not meant for heels or baby faces.
You can't do it.
It's like The Miz. The Miz sucks as a baby face. Yeah. He's a good coward heel that likes to talk trash. That's what goes with The Miz, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think people understand that Vince McMahon has the final say on every little thing.
Yep.
The company belongs to him. He's not going anywhere.
And all you smart marks can whine about it all you want.
Yep. Now it's not happening. That's why I kind of knew he was not leaving, dude. I knew he had something. It's like, I told everybody, he never left. He just parachuted himself out of there, you know, and if he can get away with one murder, he's going to get away from another, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's got money that his bank accounts can't even fit, okay? That's the way I see it with him, you know.
Yeah.
He has no room on his banks, okay?
Nope. That man's got plenty of money. He probably has banks at 35 different banks, maybe.
Yeah. And if he's going to make a settlement with these victims, those checks are big, so they won't refuse. Money talks. So that's why that moron I told you about, that Catholic Josh 122, he got so pissed because Vince McMahon is back. And I look at him. Look, I said, you're a stupid idiot. You know that? And the no DQ, why do you invite him on your podcast? This is one of the reasons why your guys are getting hammered too, man. Want to be David Meltzer guys and everything, dude. It's like, really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
And I can't believe the fans paid them. You know, that's so sad. These fans put money in these guys. They go, Mr. Yuck has put in $5 on the super chat.
Oh, Lord.
Mr. Yuck, don't put your hard-earned money on these lowlives, okay?
Yeah.
Mr. Yuck.
And people, we are doing this for you for free.
Yeah. So, Mr. Yuck, put away your money.
Yeah.
And that idiot Booty Me, same thing.
Yeah. Hey, you know who else was not a good baby face? Was not a good heel?
Who?
Sting.
Who?
Remember when his heels in both?
No, Sting sucked as a heel.
His heels in both TNA and WCW, they were both bad.
So, okay, here's the question about Sting. You know when he did the Crow character, does that make him like a mystery baby face, like an enigma? But, you know, it's almost like he hates baby faces, but he hates heels too at the same time. Is that considered like an enigma? Him just walking on the rainstorm and not saying a word and then just using the bat as a sign language. What would you consider that? Just a bit of both on that one, Miguel?
No, I don't think he would hate baby faces. He just the Crow character is based off the movie The Crow, the one with Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
That's how that character is based off. So, no, I don't think it's because of that. I mean, and plus he did tag up with baby faces on WCW Nitro. Like he tagged up with. Remember there was this one tag team match. It was the Outsiders versus Sting and Macho Man Randy Savage. That's when the NWO kicked out Randy Savage out. Yeah, so no, I don't think he hates baby faces. And you remember when he won the title from Hogan at Starrcade '97? Everybody from the locker room, from the WCW locker room, came out and celebrated with him. Yeah, that was like the WCW Rescuer or something. Yeah, but here's a question I want to ask Brian, because he's more of an NWO hardcore light here. How did you feel when Sting joined the NWO Red and Black, and do you feel like Sting is an NWO material either way, Brian? What do you feel about that?
Either way. And the thing that people don't understand is Sting is entertaining. So whether he was red or he was white, it didn't matter because the fans loved him either way. So Sting did exactly what he was supposed to do when he was supposed to do it. It didn't matter if he was a heel or a face. Sting was loved no matter what. And he played the character perfectly. When he came down from the rafters, he was flying down. He did everything right. There's nothing wrong with Sting. Sting did exactly what he was supposed to do. Exactly what he was supposed to do. And he played it well.
Yeah, agree. What do you think about him and Jericho? Do you expect these guys to feud any time in the future?
No.
If it happens?
Well, obviously it's probably going to happen. I'm thinking now. Does it mean anything?
Not really.
No one cares. No one cares.
And plus, Sting needs to retire, by the way. And plus, Jericho even said recently that he wouldn't know how him and Sting would coexist in the ring because both Sting and Jericho wrestle differently. They have different styles of wrestling. So that's what Jericho said in the interview.
And they worked together. That was the most funniest thing in all organizations. That was the funny part about it. But they never had a feud. That was the funny part, too. I mean, I don't recall. I don't know about you guys. But I don't recall them having a feud.
No, they've never wrestled. They've never wrestled before. Both Sting and Jericho. They never wrestled any of their times in WCW. No.
So, I mean, in my opinion, I think Sting should just be there as a coach to get younger guys over, and guys who really want to get pushed or Tony believes need to get pushed. Sting doesn't need to be in the ring anymore. I agree with it. I think his time is over. But it's Sting, guys. It's Sting. Just like when the Nature Boy Ric Flair was in the ring, he was Nature Boy Ric Flair. Everybody loved him. When he wrestled his last match, I don't understand why he looked awful. He's old. But again,
he almost died.
Sting just needs to be a mentor. Sting needs to be a mentor to these guys. He doesn't have to get in the ring. There's no need for it.
And then I feel like him being a mentor for Darby Allin is the only thing that's made him look good. You know, just being a Darby Allin in a corner, you know, or a mouthpiece if it works, you know.
I mean, Sting can look good either way. It's Sting. It's Sting, guys. It's Sting.
Yeah, it's Sting.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this six-man tag in the Forbidden Door, I think probably this will be the farthest match that Jericho and Sting can get in a tag team, but not a one-on-one. I don't think a one-on-one's not going to work out for them.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about Jericho. He's getting old too. The way that he's performing in the ring is showing. So his time is definitely up because he, you know, let's face it, that Jericho when it was younger, that was a good Jericho. So this Jericho here, you can see that it's catching up to him. He's not as quick as he used to be. His moves are not as good. So Jericho at this point, he needs to probably walk away because it's just not the same anymore. He's just not what he used to be.
Yeah.
So
I think the best thing that he's doing right now is only being nothing but a mouthpiece.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much.
I mean, he can pull promos, and I think that.
And he has.
That's as far as I think I would want Jericho to do. Be a mouthpiece for these young guys.
And he also has a band now, and he does wrestling and the band and Fozzy at the same time.
Yeah, he's like a workaholic, at the same time. So
Yep.
I don't know if him traveling with the band takes a lot of energy, or I can say more his wrestling takes his energy more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
yeah, but it's catching up to him for sure. It's for cool.
Yeah, like I said, these veterans. I mean, because at least Billy Gunn is not doing too much full fighting. He's letting the Acclaim do everything, and then the Acclaim has been very protected with him not to be in the ring full timing.
Right.
So that's the correct way that the young guys should do. Let your veterans be a mouthpiece. At least just wrestle for less than 5 minutes or something.
Right.
Because I'm glad that the feud with Mark Briscoe and Jeff Jarrett's already over, man.
Is Jeff Jarrett? But is Jeff Jarrett really going to retire, or they're setting up a storyline here to add like he is retiring? Because remember they pulled that crap off with Mark Henry.
Yeah, and look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say. I hope that defeat from Mark Briscoe is over, man. Briscoe has to move forward, man.
Yeah. And Jeff Jarrett needs to retire as well. I only like Jeff Jarrett from 1993 through 1995. I don't like Jeff Jarrett from TNA when he was the NWA World Title and WCW, and then when he was the WCW World Title. That's the Jeff Jarrett I could not stand. I'm just not a huge fan of it.
You know who realized right now the bump and the aging more than anything? Jeff Hardy. He really felt the effects when he started taking those bumps. So I feel like maybe after Forbidden Door is over and all these Canadian travelings, he might probably want to balance his moment not to be fighting full timing or either taking bumps in general. Because I remember he almost killed himself when he did that swanton against Darby Allin, remember?
Yeah, and
I
when I met Jeff, I remember asking him, Jeff, do you ever get scared doing this type of crazy stuff? And he's like, hell yeah, I get scared. when he was on the ladder, I was like, do you ever get scared jumping off these ladders and everything? He's like, hell yeah.
Because you already know, Miguel, and you know, Brian, that the reason Jeff Hardy is not going to Forbidden Door because Canada is not permitting him because of his DUI records.
Yeah.
So if you did not allow the Usos to get in, you're not going to allow Jeff Hardy. So that's the reason why, they're taking Jeff Hardy out of the equation to go and chill out, and and let Forbidden Door, take place when it's over, Canada's being a little severe about that with people in DUI, so they just don't want to risk it.
Yeah. And Jeff Hardy is the nicest wrestler I ever met.
He is.
Yeah.
And I tell people I still support him.
I do too, because I'm a Hardy Boys. I'm always a Hardy Boys fan. The Hardy Boys are my all-time favorite tag team. I love Matt and Jeff. I never met Matt, but I need to meet Matt.
Well, honestly, they are good in the tag team industry because they have been in Forbidden Doors.
Yeah.
Not like that stupid troll that I saw in that meet and greet and said that the Usos are the best in the industry. Nuh-uh, not yet. They haven't been going to Forbidden Doors yet. Mm-hmm. You can say in the WWE or Raw SmackDown, but you cannot say the industry. And this was a C Nation fan that was trying to debate me. What an idiot, I go.
Yeah.
Pay attention, son. This is a C Nation fan versus the Mega Powers exploding fan, okay?
Yeah.
You're losing, kid.
And the Usos are not even better than the Dudleys. They're probably in the same discussion as the Dudleys, as in greatest WWE tag teams of all time. Like if they're I would see the Dudleys and the Usos in the top 5 greatest WWE tag teams of all time.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, that their contracts are going to expire next year.
Oh, they're going to resign.
the question is, you know, right now the Usos are not old. They're not old. They're still young. But I don't know if hopefully if it's going to be a good idea for them to go to Forbidden Doors and challenge, you know, FTR, maybe the Broken Hardys.
It wouldn't.
Or just go to Forbidden Door tag teams.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't make. It wouldn't like. It wouldn't really be special because they wrestled those guys already. Didn't they wrestle the Hardys on SmackDown? Didn't they have a feud with the Hardys for the SmackDown tag titles back in 2018-ish, 19-ish, somewhere around there?
Not that I recall. I would have to look into that too. Remember, there was going to be an Edge and Christian versus the Usos, but then Christian got released on this budget cut thing.
Yeah, that sucked. Hardy Boys versus Usos.
So the Usos versus Edge and Christian would have been good.
I sworn this
that would have been a first.
Yeah, that did happen. It was on SmackDown. It was on SmackDown. It was back in 2019.
Oh wow. And that's something that nobody talks about. That's messed up.
Hold on, let me see if the Usos fight FTR. I'm pretty sure they did. Oh, remember remember that stupid?
After the Revival shaving their backs?
Yes, I was gonna bring that up. They really fucked over. They really fucked over FTR like that. They really fucked them up over that.
Yeah. Shaving their backs? Yeah.
That was fucked up.
The only reason probably they're not going back.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why they're not going back.
Someone's
gonna treat me as a joke like that?
I love FTR, but that... And remember that one segment where they came out, then they started scratching? They were itching up? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another one. If they would have come back, you guarantee they're going to get the spilled milk.
That's a good one.
I guarantee you that part.
Hey, Brian.
They'll get spilled milk.
Spilled milk?
I'm not having nightmares, okay? I don't want to hear about that shit.
Hey, but Brian, what's worse? Sweet tea or spilled milk?
Fucking spilled milk. Sweet tea, I can handle. Spilled milk? Bullshit.
Sweet tea was,
Brian, you know that's a Vince McMahon creation.
Sweet tea was,
yeah, that's why he's an idiot. There you go, that's it. He's an idiot. Fucking jackass.
Remember?
What kind of fucking name is spilled milk as a wrestling move? That's never even, what the hell is that shit?
Yeah.
Well, what do you got to say to Michael Cole? Because he's out there putting it over. He's going, spilled milk, spilled milk.
Michael Cole spilled milk. What kind of shit is that? I go up to Michael Cole and go, hey, Michael Cole, why don't you go get a fucking glass of milk? Why do you got to call it spilled milk, you jackass? If you want some milk so damn bad, why don't you go get some? Spilled milk.
Hey, but...
And then you heard, wait, that's bad news, you know that.
Wait, listen, you're gonna... Yeah, that's funny. And remember Lord Tensai? He became Sweet Tea, the former A-Train in Albert?
Yeah.
Sweet Tea.
That's how it whole ended for A-Train. Sweet Tea.
Bro, after that, A-Train's career went downhill. But let me get into Lord Tensai. When they brought him back, he looked like a badass because he actually had a great career in Japan. They said he had a really great career.
New Japan, yeah.
Yeah, New Japan, he actually had a great career.
Anybody can be over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. He did.
Yeah, they say he had a really good career.
But in WWE, but I don't think in WWE they were not invested in him. No. So they just decided to treat him as a joke.
And in the Attitude Era, they put the Intercontinental title. They put the Intercontinental title on him, but let's be real here. Did the Intercontinental title even had any relevancy during the Attitude Era? Look who they put it on. Godfather. Godfather. They put it on Albert. They put it on Test. Well, Test at least was a great wrestler.
Well, Test defended it.
Yeah, and who else did they put the Intercontinental title on at the time? Val Venus.
Well, Val Venus sucked.
Yeah,
really. I think until Kurt Angle took it away from him.
And most of those feuds didn't even focus on the belt. They focused more on the, like they just eclipsed the belt away. Like for example, you know the Ken Shamrock and Val Venus feud, right, for the Intercontinental Champion?
Yeah.
It was mainly about the storyline of Ken Shamrock not liking Val Venus banging his sister. Like, even though the IC title was still on the line, but they still didn't worry about the.
What was it? I was trying to say.
But I did enjoy that story.
You're right. You said.
I did enjoy it.
Oh yeah, Lance Storm took it away from Albert, and I thought having Lance Storm as an IC champion, he would have been good because remember in WCW. He was the Hardcore Champion, United States Champion, and the Cruiserweight Champion in 1 month.
Damn it!
And then he put Canadian stickers on the belt. That was funny.
That was funny. He put Canadian speakers on the stickers on the belt. My broadcast just